Hiking Lion Peak from Garner Valley. Parking is 7.5 miles from the Highway 371 and Highway 74 junction. The parking area is near the end of Morris Ranch Road. The difficulty rating for the hike is moderate. The hike begins. Starting out on the Cedar Springs Trail via Morris Ranch Road. It starts as a dirt road before turning into single track. Shortly after the start, the single track commences. Then reaching the first of 4 gates to pass through. The trail keeps going through to Indian canyons much farther ahead. Before long, my gate opening skills improve. After passing through the canyon, the hike elevates the slopes. But still, the final gate awaits. The trail switchbacks toward the desert divide. Junction with the Pacific Crest Trail and bearing right. Shortly after the junction, the summit of Little Desert is just off the trail. On the summit of Little Desert. The Summit 360. Elevation, 6,868 feet. Summit shot. Heading back to the Pacific Crest Trail. Continuing south on the Pacific Crest Trail, PCT. Next peak along the way is Pyramid Peak. Finding the Summit Used Trail. Approaching the peak. Finding a benchmark just off the summit. On the summit of Pyramid Peak. Making it official by scrambling to the highest point. The Summit 360. Elevation, 7,035 feet. once again descending back to the Pacific Crest Trail. Back on the PCT and heading south. The trail passes along the lower flanks of Pine Mountain. Arriving at the junction to Pine Mountain, I would pass it up to hike to Lion Peak first. Lion Peak would be the next peak down the divide. Lion Peak comes in view. Approaching Lion Peak. Finding the Lion Peak Use Trail and leaving the PCT. Keeping an eye on the rock cairns. Passing along some boulders near the summit. On the summit of Lion Peak, the Summit 360. The summit shot. Then it was time once again to descend to the PCT. Back on the PCT, and this time heading north. Peeking over at Pine Mountain. Returning to the junction with Pine Mountain. Unfortunately, I was running low on time and needed to head back. Overlooking Indian Canyons and the Coachella Valley. Unfortunately, sometimes life gets in the way of hiking plans. I'll come back someday and visit Pine Mountain, returning to the junction with the Cedar Springs Trail and descending to the left. Getting a last look at Little Desert and Pyramid Peak. Taking the switchbacks down toward the canyon floor. Getting engulfed in shade once again. Approaching Morris Ranch Road. Mission accomplished. The hike in review. From Morris Ranch Road, the Cedar Springs Trail begins. The hike switchbacks up to the PCT. I then visited 3 trailside peaks before turning around at Lion Peak. I returned the same way, but without including Pine Mountain this time around.